What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Weekly Review, home of the Wolf Pack. In this video, we're going to talk about why I'm midterm bullish. I'm starting to think that we are going to pump this summer, and I even think I have a catalyst. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into the charts.
You big all sus, yeah. I just doubled up on crypto. I just doubled down on the new vest. Now my chair looking like 2 checks. Type of money made me want a 2-step. Who next? This week I be on the moon next. Stock going up like 2x. That's a fast flip like suplex. Two really stepping like a duplex. You bet never lose change, but I do flex.
Let's buy the dip.
Vladimir Putin has just addressed the Russian people moments ago, announcing what Putin called the start of a military special operation.
Loosening environmental regulations or pulling back clean energy investment won't, let me explain, will not lower energy prices for families. But transforming our economy to run on electric vehicles powered by clean energy, with tax credits to help American families winterize their homes and use less energy, that will.
Special operation.
I'm sick of this stuff. We have to talk about it because the American people think the reason for inflation is government spending more money. Simply not true.
That we not only fight for Ukraine, we fight for this new world order.
Bitcoin on the daily chart looks like AIDS. It still is in a daily downtrend. Right here, it is rejecting this white line, and it is the white line that saved us at the Wolf Pack from the top. You can see it was in a daily downtrend this whole time. Right here, I almost bought in because to break the daily downtrend, we have to get support on the 21 exponential moving average and take out the previous high, and did not take out the previous high. The daily downtrend line is still undefeated since Bitcoin's all-time high. So we have to take that into account. We are in a daily downtrend. It is rejecting beautifully, very textbook, but I am starting to get bullish on this summer. Now, everybody is afraid the world is completely unstable. In fact, it's a complete clown world show, but I am starting to get just a little bit bullish because inflation.
You know, we're likely to see another year in which 12-month inflation numbers remain very uncomfortably high.
Tomorrow is going to be the FOMC meeting where the Federal Reserve is going to talk about how they are going to tackle inflation by raising interest rates. Now, everyone's talking about 7 interest rate hikes this year, which is jack shit. There is a report that says to control the CPI, the interest rate's got to be at 9%. You know, that is about 37 rate hikes at 25 basis points. I just don't see that happening. And remember, the big run up was because of inflation. So I think the probabilities are high that we could run this summer. But remember, there are no certainties. There are only probabilities. And I think the probabilities are good. So what does that look like? Are we just going to consolidate here and go back to the upside? I don't think so. I think there needs to be mass panic and hysteria. I think a scam wick, capitulation wick is in order. I think that's the most probable way that it'll go. And what does that look like? Let's face it, if we retest S1 right here, if we come back down here, it's probably gonna break. Okay, so if that breaks, what's next? 26K, which is the 200 exponential moving average. If we come back and look at these other little bear trends that we've been in, they all found support on the 200 exponential moving average. Do I think it's going to be a long consolidation like this, like 2018? No, I don't. I think it's going to be a scam wick down and then a reversal. All we need is a catalyst. All the fundamentals in Bitcoin are bullish. It's just everybody is freaking scared and everybody is uncertain. And you know what? The U and FUD is uncertainty. So I think if we can come down here and rock it back up, people will be back in the game. However, inflation is a double-edged sword. It is a silent tax. Imagine if Biden came out today and said, hey, we're going to put a 10% tax on everything, food, fuel, housing, you would say hell no. So what they're doing is they're printing money on the back end and having you pay for it on the front end via higher prices. It's also an automatic immediate pay cut, right? If you're making $100,000 a year and inflation is 10%, guess what? Your purchasing power is down 10%. So that'd be like your boss coming in and saying, yo, we're going to give you a 10% pay cut every freaking year for the next 5 years. Now, guess what? You're making half as much. That is what's going on. When they said they're sending $15 billion to Ukraine, you're paying for it via everything. The main thing is these fuel prices, but I do have a plan. If you go to the gas station and you only fill up your car half full, then it's 50% off. Right? The problem is the fuel crisis. It takes fuel to transport things. You cannot run a 747 on electricity. So I just find it a little bit ironic that the United States government hates petroleum so much when we have the global reserve currency because of the petrodollar. In 1972, when the United States left the gold standard, all oil around the world has been trading in dollars since. That gives us the global reserve currency and gives us privileges like printing endless money. I'm really against this war narrative that the mainstream media is pushing upon us because I think that the United States has a lot more to lose than Russia. Russia has already been sanctioned to death and their economy is small, about as small as Italy. And look, Saudi Arabia considers accepting yuan instead of dollars for Chinese oil sales. That would be a massive blow to the petrodollar. That would be a massive blow to our way of life. So ask yourself, is all of this worth expanding NATO into Ukraine? It really is not. Hex on the daily chart. All right, so all my dogs in the wolf pack, they know I was calling this bounce here like right around 10 cents. We got the bounce, and remember I said I saw an article on Watch Your Dog Guru that 3 whales are pumping the price. Be careful, you could get wrecked. And what did it do? It rejected our little friend here, the daily downtrend, 3 times, broke back out of the descending triangle and set a new low. I think the probabilities are extremely high that it is going to break through and run down right around here at 6 cents, just like we mentioned before. Now let's take a look at the weekly chart. I saw something interesting. We are finding support on the 55 EMA. Now remember, this exponential moving average is just showing up because Hex is so young on the weekly chart. So what's the next stop on here? Right around 7 cents. But where do I think Hex is going? And I've said this since I sold 45 cents. I think it's going to a penny. Okay, anywhere in this region of this volume node, anywhere from like 2.2 cents and all the way down to like half of a penny. Right here is the target buy zone. All right, right here. Why? Because of this volume node. This volume node represents how much transactions, how much Hex switched hands, and that is the most in the history of Hex. There is a lot of interest and support in this area. Will it make it there? Of course, I don't know. This is not financial advice, but the probabilities are here. The NASDAQ is almost up 2%, and so is the S&P, but it looks like Bitcoin really doesn't care. It's kind of chopping around and consolidating and doing its own thing. Let's take a look at Hedron on the 4-hour chart. Now, we don't have a 21 exponential moving average. It hasn't been around for 21 days, so it is in a 4-hour downtrend, holding the 55. I fully expect it to dump down to this pivot at about 275 on the 4-hour chart. There was some FUD going around about it. There was a dev or someone high up, a big whale that was dumping 3 billion like every few minutes. It got gobbled up pretty quick in the order book, but it is rolling over. I think it's going to mirror what's going on in the market. I am bullish on Hedron. I like this project a lot, but it looks like there's probably going to be a little bit more downside for the time being. If you want to buy right around here, right around 20,000th, I think it'd be a decent play if you're an ape. Let's take a look at some of these smaller plays for the apes. Looks like MRI, Joe Rogan did not chill it. In fact, they dropped Rogan out of the name. So we're going to have to wait and see how that affects the price. But for right now, I'm watching it cool down and I'm not too interested, bro. Bruh, I might need some bro token for some emotional support for this damn price. So maybe it is bullish, but to me, that's a no. All right, Heal Heel looks like it did have a nice little pump, but gave most of it back. I'm definitely not going to mess with that. And Any Sniper, remember Any Sniper, I put up the BNB chart. This is the actual ETH Any Sniper chart, and it looks pretty healthy. It looks like it is just ranging. Maybe it's because people are holding the tokens and actually using the DApp, which I find extremely bullish. This one is definitely my favorite right now, but like I said, everything is kind of moving together with the market. So tomorrow there's the FOMC meeting. They're going to talk about rate hikes. I think rate hikes are priced in, baked into the markets right now. But the one thing I'll say is, if they don't raise rates because of the crazy turmoil in the world right now, if they don't, I think it's going to be green across the board. That could be the catalyst, guys. That could be the catalyst to Bitcoin breaking out of its slump. That could be the slump buster for Bitcoin if rate hikes do not actually happen tomorrow. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. Hit a like and a subscribe. Join the Wolf Pack, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.